course, great job by these guys. We got Zuna and ManCloud here in the studio with us to talk about that game. So you and Curse put out a lot of crazy games. You finally took a game off them. What was your mindset coming into this match?
Mine was just need to get a win, just play solid, don't make too many mistakes, and hopefully we get the W.
ManCloud?
Yeah, every game against a bottom 4 team is just really important to us right now, so we had to get the win.
You know, it's actually interesting. You mentioned bottom 4 teams, but you guys have one win against every single team in the LCS except for TSM. So no matter who you're playing, you have like the same results. You're like, you have the chance to beat every single one of them, and you have. What's keeping you guys from getting more than one?
We're just not very consistent, to be honest. Like right there, we had that game. Just like it should have been an easy win, and then we just gave them a Baron.
Yeah.
Just like stuff like that happens, and it happens too much, and we just can't get the wins that we need.
Okay, so let's talk about the mindset for this game, though, because we just had a piece on Mind Games, and you guys started this one out with a 2-versus-1 lane swap. Now, you, as the team that's looking for your lane swap, because you have Jinx and Zyra, how many times do you have to second-guess yourselves and think, oh, they're going to see that coming, and they're going to swap up top, too?
It definitely comes in a lot, but we felt that our lane 2-versus-2 on bottom was actually stronger than their lane, so they would think that we're going bottom to fight them because our lane's stronger. So we went for we didn't expect them to actually be top 2.
And of course, it worked out. You guys got a big turret pressure going on. I actually want to kind of ask you about what then happens after the turret trades, because you guys both took 2 turrets down, but then they kind of just took a dragon on you guys without you guys really reacting. Did you know that was going to happen? Was that okay as part of the plan?
Well, we did lose the dragon, which does suck, but the biggest thing is the timer. We didn't really have an exact timer on it. The gold early game's only about like 500, 600, and 3 people usually to take a dragon at that time aren't in lane, so it's not that big of a deal, what you would actually think. And we still had a bottom frozen at the time too, so even though they got dragon, we still had one lane getting denied where we weren't, so it was still pretty big.
Okay, so that's actually worth a lot more than people would expect just from watching the game at home. So to move on towards the mid game then, we actually have a replay of a big mid-game team fight for you guys in the mid lane, if we can get that on your screen. I want you guys to walk us through like how you guys won this fight.
So you started by catching up Dominate here, and you used a lot of stuff on him, but then have to turn around.
Yeah, I thought I was dying, or I was
just
dead.
like satchel charge them away, and we just like end up getting a good poke on Void Boy, make him flash out, and we just chase him down, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to right there. I was yelling, I'm going to die, and everyone ran to save me. And then 2 of them bunched up, and I got a good ult, and I got a double kill. I think that was just the whole thing. Like, the fight was
Benny went a little ham, but it ended up getting us a reset anyways, so Zuna was able to chase him down.
Yeah, seemed to work out really well for you guys. How do you really coordinate your team fights? Like, you obviously can see them coming in. You know it's gonna start. You just call whatever's in front. Like, how do you guys coordinate those?
Well, these ones are kind of hectic because Kha'Zix is always going to be invis with the new changes as well, and he's always trying to flank because if anyone's low or anyone's by themselves, he can 1-versus-1 them pretty easily. So because of that, it's always going to be hectic, and we didn't have any like hard CC, so we can't actually target them. It's all skill shot. So pretty much it's just we have to be near each other, close enough where everyone can help each other, or if Kha'Zix's going to chase someone down, that he's not part of the fight at all.
Yeah, and so then talk to me then about your lack of hard CC. Zyra came in, one of very few times picked in the North American LCS. Why'd this come through? You're the bottom laner.
I just felt like it's a really strong lane, and their team comp, they really wanted to engage on us, and Zyra's ult makes it so that when they do come in, they still have something to worry about. So that's pretty much why we picked it.
Great.
All right, so then we have another clip actually coming up. This is even later into the game, and this is sort of the end game mindset of worrying about people stealing Baron, all the fights over vision around Baron. So let's bring this one up on the screen. And were you guys, like, how worried were you guys about the steal? And even if you saw this coming, what do you do to stop it?
Well, right now, all we were asking was, does Kha'Zix have flash? Because he wasted jump. And we're like, I don't know if no one knew if he had flash or not. And we were betting that he didn't have flash, and he flashed in. So we were like, oh god, he had flash. And then after that, we're like, well, I guess we just have to try and kill them all. And then right now, I'm still really big, and no one's hitting me, so I'm doing a lot of damage. And I slowed out Syndra, so she's not in the fight. And then I went on her instead of Quas, was kind of a big mistake. I had to waste my flash because of it, or I would have got stunned. But we still managed to go out even in the fight, I think.
Yeah, 2
so
for 2.
It wasn't the worst, but when you're so ahead and you give up Baron, it's still pretty bad because you lose a loss of pressure that you shouldn't have had.
Things like this is what makes the games long.
Yeah. I'm giving away Baron.
You have to wait for the Baron to wear off. We have to turtle until it's gone, and then we get map control back. So that's just like, you have to wait.
Yeah, I was going to press you on that, actually. You just simply sit there for 4 minutes and say, well, don't engage them, and then just play the ward game for the next 3 minutes, set up the next Baron?
It's really dangerous because Baron is with so much gold and stats. If you fight someone, even if they're like 10k behind and they have Baron, they could still possibly win a team fight, especially if they get a good catch or engage on us. So you have to play really carefully.
Yeah, of course, did work out for you guys. Longer game. It took you, I believe, what, 2 more Barons to close it out? And just what you just kind of, you guys playing for map control just to build incremental advantages. You weren't really in like a rush to end it.
Well, we felt that both the team comps scaled about the same, so it all comes down to who gets the better fight. And whoever had better positioning or better map control is going to get the better fight. And eventually it came to us because we had map control. We caught one out when Baron came up.
So on top of that, what went into your decision to buy the Quicksilver Sash as your 1 defensive item? Because that's a pretty big buy for AD carries, their 1 defensive item that they get. Why'd you choose that over something like Banshees or
I just felt like when
Guardian
my flash is down, I have a really high chance of dying, and I can't really rely on Mikhail's on me 24/7. So I was just like, it's pretty cheap, and I'm really ahead right now, so I'll just pick it up because even if it's only 1,500 gold, and buying a BF sword won't matter if I die instantly. So I didn't mind wasting the gold on it.
Yeah, did work out for you guys. So last question for you. You are 1 game behind Coast for 6th, half a game behind EG for 7th. If they lose, you'll be tied. What are your hopes going into the playoffs? You going to catch up?
Hopefully. That's the game plan.
Yeah.
Cinderella story.
Yes,
Yeah.
we want to
Yes,
catch
we want
up.
to win the games.
So what are you going to kind of? Is anything going to change with your practice regimen or anything to make sure you guys are up to speed by the time playoffs hit?
Hopefully nothing. I think our practice regimen is actually fine right now. We play a lot. I just think it comes down to what we actually get when we play, though.
Okay. Well, of course, you guys have taken a game off every single team. Hopefully, you guys can keep that streak going, maybe into the playoffs as well. Guys, thank you for your time. Congrats on your win. We got more games going on, though. We're going to go AFK, but when we come back, we'll get